fellow carbon-based bipeds. I am Scott Rose, and you are watching Explosions and Stuff. Today, I'll be reviewing the 2009 film Hellbinders, starring Ray Park, Johnny Young Bosch, and Esteban Cueto. But first, a word from our sponsors. An overview of the movie? A demonic entity known as Legion has found their way to Los Angeles. Not only do they threaten to take over the city, but bring an end to the world as we know it. The fate of the world lies in the hands of a ragtag team made up of an assassin, a soulless mercenary, and the last remaining member of the Knights Templar. The pros of this movie? Well, first of all, you have Ray Park. I mean, let's be honest, he was just amazing in this movie. He's a fantastic actor, and he wasn't taking it too seriously, which for this character is a good thing. The character was kind of a smartass. He was always making smart remarks and just sarcastic comments and joking around and not taking anything seriously. So it was good that Ray Park was just having fun with the role. It worked, it fit, it was fantastic, and it was just absolutely a joy to watch and so entertaining. Also, the action scenes in this movie were beautiful and gorgeous. You've got Johnny Young Bosch in this movie, which at this point, most people know him from his voice work in anime and video games. But I know him as the Black Power Ranger that I grew up with. He was the Black Ranger that I knew as a child and idolized. He was my favorite Power Ranger, so even better. But it was so much fun seeing him in this. He's a fantastic martial artist, and it showed in his role in this. And for the first time ever in any movie up until this point, he was able to show off his skills with a sword. That had never been done until this point in any of his movies, and it was so much fun to see him doing something different and new and unique. I was so happy to see it. I was all giddy and stuff, just, oh my god, he's cut another guy, ha ha ha! It was so much fun to watch, and the fight scenes were beautiful and gorgeous and amazingly choreographed, amazingly shot, and amazingly executed. Just everything about these fight scenes, the hand-to-hand combat in this movie, was absolutely beautiful. But my favorite thing about this movie is it's how they merged the two different things together. There was like the Christians believed this one thing, and I'm not sure what religion it was, but it was something Japanese based. They believed this other thing, but it turns out they were the same thing. They just had different terms for it. Like the Christians called them demons, and the Japanese called them onis, which is just Japanese it's a Japanese type of demon. And it was the same thing. It was so much fun to just see how it was portrayed, how it was no one's right, no one's wrong, it's both the same thing. You say potato, I say potato. It was just so much fun to see that. And they handled it absolutely beautifully. The cons of this movie? Why the hell did they use Comic Sans? I mean, seriously, anytime any sort of text comes up on the screen, it's done in Comic Sans. I understand they're trying to give this movie a feel of a comic book, like you're reading a comic book, or that it's a comic book movie. I don't know if that actually is based on a comic book. I couldn't find any evidence to say anything one way or the other, so I don't know. I'm going to assume that it's not, and they were just trying to capitalize on this comic book trend that was happening at the time, because this is around about the time when the Iron Man movies really started gaining a lot of strength. But why would you use Comic Sans? It's so difficult for me to take your movie seriously when you're saying, oh, look, Comic Sans and all this, that, and the other. It's supposed to be dark and broody and deal with demons trying to take over the world, but we're going to do it in Comic Sans. Yay, Comic Sans. No, get rid of that nonsense and use a fitting font. Also, the digital effects in this movie were just laughable. I mean, for as good of martial arts as your cast is, Ray Park is an amazing martial artist. You know, he was fantastic in his role as Darth Maul. Granted, it was a short-lived role. He didn't spend a lot of time on screen, and that movie as a whole was crap. He is a very skilled martial artist. They should have let him use his martial arts, not had him rely on guns, and then you wouldn't have had crappy muzzle flares. Seriously, the muzzle flares were just horrible and cartoonish. You had cartoonish looking blood. Maybe that was intentional because they were going for that comic book look and feel. But no! This should be darker. And it just didn't really fit the tone of the movie. Which kind of ties me into my next issue with the movie. It had 3 directors. Each one directed a different character's, story, for lack of a better term. And as a result, there were times when it didn't seem to know what it wanted to be. You know, one minute, Johnny, it was most evident with Johnny Young Bosch's character. One minute he was all serious and morose and must do and must complete this mission and honor and all these things. But then later on he was joking around about how ninjas love to eat pancakes and they're delicious and tasty and I'm going to put ketchup on my pancakes. Woohoo, pancakes. Of course ninjas like pancakes. Who doesn't like pancakes? Because pancakes. Why? Get a good, clear picture of what you want your movie to be and then follow it. Run with that picture. Don't lose sight of it. It really felt there were a lot of times when this movie didn't know what it wanted to be. My overall thoughts on the movie? This is a fun and entertaining movie, and I give it 1 thumb up. This isn't a perfect movie, and it does have flaws. Yes, it has a shallow story, but this isn't Gone with the Wind or something. People are going to watch this movie for the action scenes. This is a very fun movie to watch as long as you don't take it too seriously. And that's why I recommend you check out Hellbinders. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like it and subscribe to my channel for new action movie reviews posted every week and top 10 lists posted on the 10th of every month. Also, if you have any recommendations for things you would like me to cover in the future, please leave them in the comments below and follow us on Twitter at explosions_TV. Thank you and have a nice day.